What's your story, pal?
My name is Rondel. Rondel Mantor. Are you three adventurers?
No. Just to recap here, you were in the subsurface. You saw some shadows. They said something about a lady, and you lost your party. Is that the long and short of it there? Rondell, how much are we talking?
And he pulls out a hand-sized red ruby.
Like skeletons?
Sure, yeah. I've seen a couple skeletons down there.
Let's go, guys. I'm just going to give you a spoiler alert. They're probably dead. I feel like you're going to land your ass in the marsh.
No,
Yeah.
I feel like it's like I tiptoe and maybe wiggle a little bit,
Nah.
No.
I think you're ending up in the marsh.
Damn it.
Which room do we want to go through?
I'm gonna go through the door in the north room.
All right. Welcome back to the Leaving the Legacy Pocket. Wait, no. This is a different show. This is the Natural Ones. Oh, man. Welcome back, guys. How's it been?
It's great. Doing awesome. Ready to sling some dice.
That's excellent.
It feels like it's been a lot longer than it should have been.
I agree completely. And with that, do you guys want to jump back in? Do you guys remember what you guys started with last session and went through with talking to old Rondel Mantor and hearing his sad story as he cried into his ale?
Oh, right. That guy.
All I know is Grizz fell in the swamp and Aang fell in the bush, and I was very smug about it.
I didn't fall into anything, did I?
No, but in my mind you did.
Yeah, Rondell was the weeping man in Old Town.
Yeah.
See,
Yeah.
I was behind you, Aang, so from my perspective, you just landed in the thorn bush instead of landing gracefully over.
So my
it.
notes say
That's
Rondell,
fair.
weeping
That's
man,
fair.
Old Town, subsurface, shadows, the lady, and the number 4. Can anyone enlighten me what the number 4 means?
See, it's great that or Grizz is so responsible in taking notes. Unfortunately, he just takes shit notes.
It's hard to write with these claws, Hugh.
I don't recall what the 4 is all about.
Okay, well, there's... Okay.
Yeah, that
There'll
4
be
is a
4
mystery
bodies
to
when we're
me.
done. All right.
Oh, no, maybe 4. There were 4
Oh.
companions that he's looking for.
Oh, okay.
I'm
Yes.
pretty sure he said he had 4 ball sacks. That's what I'm remembering. I think that's where the 4 comes from.
I don't remember that happening, but I do remember he gave you one large ruby up front and said that there will be another one if you could either help them get back out of the old town, or if you would be able to, confirm that they were no longer of this plane.
Yes. That was a thing.
Then you guys had a fun romp in the swamp.
Ooh, I see what you did there.
Well,
I fell a little bit.
you fell a lot a bit, actually.
Fell hard.
I think you rolled like a nat 1 or something
Yeah.
like that. Yeah, if I remember,
Yeah.
there was.
Did you take damage from that fall?
No, I just got wet. Got a little wet.
Yeah.
Little
Got a little- You're gonna be moist for the rest of this adventure.
Yeah, you actually have disadvantage on sneak.
Well, I thought you said no. I thought you said if I rolled bad enough, I'd have just... I think I
Yeah.
got like a 9.
No, I'm pretty sure you had disadvantage on sneak.
No,
I think he rolled like a 12 or 13 or something, and if he
Yeah.
had rolled under a 10, he would have had disadvantage.
Yeah.
From
I think
being
I
all
rolled
squeaky.
I think it's the one I rolled a 10. Yeah, I think I rolled a 10. I think that's what it was.
Jerry, you actually just always have disadvantage because of your
Being
various
Jerry.
amounts of garb, and because you're just Jerry and you are never stealthy.
I mean, isn't all my armor made out of like pots and pans?
Yeah.
That are like not very well fitting together, so I just kind of clink everywhere I go, like clink, 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 clink.
Yeah, so somehow, one way or another, whenever you've been staying at these inns and whenever you stayed in Tree Spire, you managed to somehow clip on some extra pots and pans that you just picked up onto your chainmail toga that you're also wearing. It was very interesting, but now you definitely have disadvantage to sneak.
I'm okay with that.
I figured, and sneaky behavior in general.
Also, I'm like 3 foot flat and 450 pounds. So
There's no way.
that's what my character sheet
Yeah,
says.
I mean that's wrong.
I mean, that
You
may be
would
what you
move.
put down, but
You'd be like a giant, literal ball.
Yeah, you couldn't move. They're 450 pounds at 3 feet.
All right. We'll lower that. What's a reasonable amount? I mean,
If you're 3 feet high, if you're like 100, if you're 150 pounds, it's pretty fat.
Yeah, I was
At
gonna
3
say.
feet high.
About,
I mean, Hugh is basically a walking hairball with like pots.
so you'd
of
be
hands
pretty
all
light
over
then,
him.
minus the pots and pans. If you're just a bunch of hair.
Well, I mean, it's solid mass. It's a thin layer of hair.
I imagine you like
underneath.
Gimli. That's what I keep thinking you look like, except
Yeah.
a little shorter.
Gimli, but hairier.
Ow!
What?
I don't think that's a thing.
Remember when we were in like the bathhouse and
Unfortunately,
Luna,
yes.
Luna didn't know that I was naked because of how hairy I was.
The hair covers the dong, I see.
Like I picture like an old prospector's beard that like the beard is like dragging on the ground in between my legs as I walk.
So gross.
That's how I pick up snacks from there.
Oh,
Oh no.
Walking
Scarl
through the
eats those
outhouse.
snacks. Scarl eats all the bugs that climb into your beard. That's how you feed Scarl, actually. That was disturbing. But you made it through that menagerie of obstacles. You dipped, ducked, dived, dodged, and dodged some more. Hugh was actually pretty smooth in doing some molding of the earth as well. It made the second part of the trip a little bit easier for you guys, and you have now entered into the first subfloor of the sunken city.
Ooh.
Work smarter, not harder.
Gris, if I recall correctly, you were also pretty freaked out because you're getting relatively close to the description that Rondel actually gave you, and his quick little hand-drawn map of where he lost the rest of his party.
Yeah, I think I opened the door in front of me that I'm standing in front of down the hallway.
Yes, yeah.
Yeah.
So,
Wait, I thought that was the hallway we came.
No.
no, you guys
We came down the steps.
You guys
the
came
one
down
where
a
I'm at right
large
now.
spiral staircase,
by
stone
where I'm at right
stone
now.
spiral staircase from there.
All right, okay. I'm gonna stand at this other doorway then.
You're just gonna wait there.
I'm gonna give it a light rat-a-tat-tat, like, and wait to see if anyone gives the reply.
He was able to do that without using his hands, by the way.
That's true.
Yeah, he just used the
Figure-
pots and
figure
pans
that one
attached
out.
to his robe, and
I'm gonna go over towards this hallway where Grizz is.
okay. Hugh, you don't hear anything in return after a multitude of seconds going by, with the rest of your party kind of leaving you alone in this very, very dark room.
All right, then in that case, I'm going to fireman kick the door open and scream, "Avast ye!"
You manage to kick the door open, no problem. It was unlocked,
Okay.
and this is what you see in front of you. You see a long hallway in front of you, about 20, 25 feet from where you're standing.
I pick Scarl up and I just chuck him into the middle of the room and tell him to look around.
Peter's gonna be called at some point. You realize that, right?
Peter can
You've
suck
thrown
my
poor Carl
hummus.
so many times.
Yeah, you've thrown him up the side of buildings. I think you tried to shoot him out of your blunderbuss. I refused to let that happen. Though.
Yeah. That
I didn't
was-
refuse to let it happen, but I told you that combustion reactions would occur and Scar would be in many pieces.
Yeah, and I decided I'll try it later when I have a better handle on things.
When he's on his deathbed.
No, when I can come up with a contraption, maybe I'll give him like a little mini barrel. Like he'll go over the waterfall in a barrel, but instead of the waterfall, it's a blunderbuss, and instead of a barrel, it's some contraption.
You mean like a glorified shell casing?
Yeah, but more like a barrel going over Niagara Falls is what I'm thinking.
Fair enough. I guess you want Scarl to go out with a bang.
Yes. All right, I chuck Scarl into the middle of the room.
Scarl, lands in the middle of the room, somehow not breaking any bones after a 12-foot throw.
There is a rumor that Scarl is 1/8 cat.
It's definitely a
Don't
rumor.
ask me about that relationship.
Definitely a rumor.
Don't ask me about that relationship, how that relationship happened. Love is love.
Love is love is love.
Blessed by Sylvanas. But switching back over to the rest of the party, really quick. Are you guys going to proceed down the hallway, or?
Yeah, I'll lead down the hall. I'll lead down the hallway if Aang wants to provide support.
Yep, I got you.
Cool. I'm gonna go ahead down the hallway.
Pat, you should be able to move your guy if you want to.
Okay.
Hugh, returning back to you very quickly. Scarl seems to be looking around. You don't really notice him noticing anything except looking back at you. You do see a small fern growing in the corner of that, at the end of that hallway. And you don't see a wall, actually, towards the edge. You can see that the wall ends, and it looks like there's a bend in the hall and in front of you.
All right, I'll walk I'll take a couple steps into the room.
Okay. And as you make your way over there, you see that the hallway makes a sharp bend and then continues on forward in the same direction that you're walking.
All right. So this is a hallway. There isn't any more to this room.
The room ends about 15 feet after the bend in a dead end. There's nowhere further for you to really go from there.
Huh. A fucking useless hallway with only a fern in it. My years of video game sleuthing have told me there's something special about this fern.
Okay.
I'm gonna search the fern.
Make a nature check for me.
Oh yeah, I can talk to trees.
You do speak Sylvan as well.
Oh, I'm gonna go over the tree and I'm gonna say, "Yo, hey, what up?"
As you focus your holy powers to commune with nature, roll me a religion check.
The bush is a Satanist.
Fuck yeah. 19.
I like that. I like that he was able to do his own rolls now. I don't have to roll for him anymore.
Yeah, how great is that? And you don't have to
Technology.
share your screen while trying to also pay attention to everything.
Yep.
19 plus 3 is 22. I'm pretty sure I speak this tree's language.
So as you approach this fern, you notice a glow of gold in the air as the stem of the fern. I'm not really up on my fern anatomy, but the leaves and the individual leaflets of the fern start to shake, and as they shake, you hear a whisper saying to you, "Hello." And as it shakes, the gold shimmer is actually from a large number of spores that are coming off of the underside of the fern leaves.
Ah, dude, you just sneezed on me? Come on, not cool.
I bless you with the miracle of fern sight. Roll a D100 for me.
Oh, shit.
The fuck is Fern Sight?
Sick new hip hop.
So you're telling me this tree just sprayed its seed all over my eyes.
Oh yes.
Egg in your
Blessing
face.
me.
Nature's getting back at you. I love it.
Wow. All right, 11. What do I add to it?
I hope your mouth was open.
Just roll. I want you to roll a D100.
Oh, a D100?
Yes, sir.
How tall is this fern in relation to Jerry? Because it'd be hilarious if these spores coming out and landing on his face came from taller than him.
Yeah, I'm definitely looking upwards.
The fern is actually about 4 feet tall, so
So
it
taller
is
than me.
taller than Jerry.
I rolled a 76. I hope that's good.
We'll see. We will see. Let me get this random table that I just Googled.
Oh.
You begin to feel warmth around you as a red glow encompasses your body. And your vision actually is starting to change a little bit as well. You now see everything in shades of red, and
Yeah,
and
rage.
yellow and white. Occasionally, there's a splash of a violent blue as you start adjusting to the light. And with a 76, you are going to get resistance to fire damage for the next hour.
All right.
That's an in-game hour, not a podcast hour.
So the tree gave me resistance to fire. That's a pretty good trick for a tree.
And you're also tripping balls. Everything is in different shades of red, like in different shades of what you would see in a typical fire. So not like a weird chemical fire, just like a normal wood burning fire.
Hell yeah, it's like a fish concert in here.
Yeah, actually, the fern. Now that you're looking at the fern more closely, you see that some of the stems have sort of arranged themselves almost into a mouth. Is there anything you'd like to say to the fern?
I'd like to kiss the mouth.
Roll a. I mean, you do it. You kiss the fern. I'm not gonna make you roll anything for that.
That's how we say hello. That's tree custom.
Hello to you.
Did you ask the fern for its consent?
Yo, they're the one who sprayed its seed in my eyes to get this started.
It's been a long time since I've seen someone like you.
Yeah, I'm pretty special. But what's up with this hallway?
I don't know what you mean. This hallway has always been this hallway. It's where I've always lived.
Are there any treasures buried here?
Not here, but elsewhere.
Why did this hallway just end in a dead end? Like, is this just your hallway?
This is my domain. I observe all that passes here.
Oh, well, that seems useful.
Would you say you're the master of the domain?
Would have any other people passed by this way lately?
There were 5 others. I don't know what your method of timekeeping is, but it was a long time ago for me.
Okay. That's good.
I mean, you're talking to a fern, man. I don't know what exactly you're...
Wouldn't it be a very short time because trees have extra long lifespans? At least that's what the ents say. Or maybe these are like fly trees and they die after 24 hours. Who am I to know?
I don't know how long my life has been, but the people came by very shortly after I was created.
Huh. Okay.
I'm
Did they
very
go-
young, I think.
Did they go this way? And I point down towards the dead end of the hallway.
No, silly. They turned around when they saw it was a dead end.
So this is literally just an empty, useless room.
I don't know what else is outside of this room except for the one
Oh?
pillar.
Oh, okay. You're sounding a little bit more useful. Can I carry this tree?
Sure.
It's like potted, right?
No. It's growing out of a crack in the floor.
All right. Yo, this is gonna hurt just a little bit, but let's go for a walk. And I'm gonna grab it by the stalk and just not rip. I'm gonna just rip it. I'm just gonna rip it out.
Please tell me that you're referring to this one column right here in the middle of the room.
Yes. That is what I'm referring to. There's 2 columns in the room adjacent to where Hugh currently is standing, and in that room there are 2 supporting columns, and from the limited amount of time that the door was open, the fern could sense, I guess, they don't really have eyes, but it sensed the column adjacent and now perceives it as a god, because it is the only different thing that it's ever seen besides those people.
All right, I'm gonna show this fern the world, and I could show you the world, shining, glittering.
Nope, that's all before Disney decides to sue us in more than 12 seconds.
No, I that was 12 seconds. We're good. I firmly grasp the fern and I rip it out of the wall.
Make a strength check.
This would be interesting to see.
I rolled a 2. No, not -1. +1. I rolled a 3.
So Yank, as you might, this fern is not moving. It is very supplanted to the ground that it is currently, the crack that it is sitting in. This is a very bizarre turn of events that I did not think we'd be spending.
How's the fern taking it?
As well as any fern would take it. I don't know if it's because of the spores messing with your mind, but you see the face of the fern very painfully grimacing at you. Like I don't understand why you're pulling at me like this.
All right, we can cut back the other to Aang and Grizz for a bit.
All right, and as that's going on, Gris, you make your way to the door at the end of the hallway that you're in with Aang and Remulus.
Okay, there's a door there. Can I open it?
Yes, you can definitely open it.
All right, I'll open the door.
All right, when you open the door, this is what you see.
If another tree jizzes on me, I'll be mad.
The hell is that?
Uh-oh. Okay, I'm gonna. Okay, I'm looking into this room.
Oh,
poke my...
shoot.
What?
Nothing.
Okay. All right, I'll walk in the room cautiously, and I want to look at this statue.
All right. Make an investigation check, or
okay, investigation.
Let's go.
I rolled a natural 1
plus
2. 3.
3. What the fuck was that?
Guys, this room is spooky.
Just saw a shadow dart across the room. Smash cut back to me. Smash cut back to Hugh, and I'm just telling the fern about a book I read recently.
Wait! I have a thing for this. Roll me a D100 again. Let's make it interesting.
52.
I believe the title of the book that you were reading was The Orc's Cookbook. 101 Ways to Prepare an Elf.
Yeah,
That's some
so
dark
the
shit.
thing about cooking elf is it's really hard to source fresh meat, and people kind of look at you weird when you ask about it. I mean, is it so wrong to want to try new things?
Smash cut back to the party. To resolve Gris's natural 1, +2, so a 3. You look at the statue to your left as soon as upon entering the room, and you remember this one time that you were standing in front of a mirror, and you think that you look like this statue. Purely just in the manner in which you're standing. There's no other resemblance, but you remember a very specific one time that it happened.
Is it pretty buff?
It is pretty buff.
Yeah, just like me. Okay.
All right.
Aang, you want to come in here? There is nothing to be afraid of.
Sure. As long as you say so.
Yeah, I mean, there's nothing going on here. There's a statue of me. Pretty cool.
I decide to take a look at this statue as well to verify that it does indeed look like Grizz. Gotta see the side-by-side comparison.
Spitting image.
10? An investigation check,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
-1, so I got a 9.
All right, with a 9, you see the statue that Gris was referring to, and you see that it is clearly a minotaur, and maybe the horns is where Gris was seeing some sort of resemblance, but this statue is much more buff than Gris actually is.
Gris, what are you talking about? This definitely isn't you, man.
Yeah,
in the least bit.
You probably just got to get your eyes checked, pal. Okay, boyo.
I'm standing just as close to it as you are. It's just not you, man. Unless you had some kind of crazy, like, makeover or something. Shit, I don't know.
As you say that, Remulus exclaims with a very happy bark in agreement.
He has my back.
Smash cut to Hugh, and I'm just holding Scarl up by the tail so the Fern can get a good look at him.
That's a beautiful lizard. I bet it eats all the insects that crawl on you.
Yeah, he's a pretty good guy. He sits there, he eats all the parasites. I mean, one time I fell asleep on a fire ant colony, and let me tell you, if it wasn't for Scarl just not doing a goddamn thing, and I just kind of shake him gently, I probably would have had a bad time.
Slowly fading way back to the other group.
Into a quick smash cut.
Oh, was there more stuff you wanted to discuss with the Fern?
No, just slowly fade, then smash cut.
All right. So the room that Aang, Gris, and Remulus are in is a 15 by 20 foot rectangle. There is an empty bookshelf on the far side of the room and a barrel with some very rusty, dull-looking arrows in the other corner. It looks like this room has been picked over pretty cleanly. Opposite of the door you came through, there is another door. And at the far side of the room, there is a door in the middle of the wall. In the center.
What do you want to do here, Chris?
I don't know. What do you? What's that black thing in the corner again?
That's
a barrel full of arrows.
Oh.
Let's see this door down
Can I
here.
look at the arrows?
Sure. They look just like a bunch of very rusty, normal arrows. Nothing too special. Looks like someone probably ditched their old arrows there for something else that may have been in there at some point. But whenever that was, it was a very long time ago, judging by the rust on the arrow tips.
Okay. Yeah, man. I think this place is probably tapped out. Is that a door down there?
Yeah, let's see what's behind it. Curious.
Okay, I'll be behind him.
You're just going to open the door?
Yep.
As you open the door, two Darrow jump out, screaming, much like the other Darrow that you encountered before you entered the city.
Oh, bubblegum.
Roll initiative.
Oh, yeah.
Do.
Hey everybody, Zektown here. Head over to the DM's Guild website and pick up this brand new Paladin Oath, Oath of the Aesir. Paladin players love to smite, and they are driven in spreading and acting in the name of their god. In D&D, you can use any pantheon imaginable, including one of your own creation. This PDF is a combination of the two, taking the established Norse pantheon and creating an oath that a paladin can get behind with the tenets of the Aesir: bravery, integrity, might, and vigilance. DMs, this is also a great tool for your utility belt to create any number of NPCs. Imagine an antagonist who has lost the way of the Aesir and is now corrupting the tenets to diabolical ends. Justice Arman did a great job creating this oath that will take your paladin from 1 to 20 with spells and abilities. Head over to the DM's Guild and pick up the Oath of the Aesir for $1 today. You can also see what Justice Arman is working on at his website, norsedm.com. And follow him on Twitter at Justice_Arman, ARMAN. Links will also be in our show notes. Thanks.
Oh my.
16.
5.
Hugh?
I'm okay.
If you choose to enter combat, it will be after a certain amount of time, depending on your movement.
Okay, I gotcha. Also, while I'm rolling initiative, it's gonna smash cut to me, and I'm just gonna be like, "Listen, Gully, a young thing like you got a lot ahead of you, and I think just being holed up in the wall here, it's not good for you. It's not good for you at all. I think you should really get out there and see yourself, see the world. You'll really find yourself."
How would you suggest I do that?
I'm gonna cast Mold Earth and scoop out of the wall and mold earth, like basically just like cut a flower pot shape around Gully and are in the wall.
Okay, so from the crack on the floor that this fern was growing out of, some dirt somehow springs up. It's like a very gray dirt. It looks more like a concrete mix than like an actual soil that would be good for a plant. But ferns are very hardy plants, and I think this fern will make it for a little while if it's in this the soil that you have formed around some of the roots. And this fern is now mobile.
Excellent. I'm going to tuck it under my arm.
All right.
We're going places.
You realize it's 4 feet tall, right?
Yeah. It's kind of like a big, it scrapes on the ceiling a little bit. But come on, Gully. We're getting out of here.
Hugh, what was your modifier to your thing? To your initiative?
Oh, God, I always forget where initiative is.
It's okay.
Right under actions, like vision and senses.
Is this on character sheet 1?
Yes.
Ah, there we go. +4, so 15.
All right. While you're doing that, Aang, you're up.
Oh, even with 5?
I rolled a 16.
Oh, shit. No, Gris, you're up. You're
Yeah.
up. You're up.
All right.
Sorry.
So Aang is up next to him, so I'm gonna run up, and I'm gonna attack the guy in front here. I don't know if I can get past Aang here. I'll just be like on top of him. And since Aang is within 5 feet, I should be able to get sneak attack on him.
Yeah. No one's attacked yet.
Okay, so it's a 20. So that's a 18 to hit.
That hits.
Okay. So 1d8 I would plus 2d6. All right, so 1d8 is 3, 9 plus 2, 11, so 14 damage.
14 damage?
Yep.
How do you want to do this?
I just want to I want to come in quick and I want to just lop his head off again. I want that to be like my signature move. So I'm kind of come spinning past behind Aang and just draw my rapier and just slice it right across his neck, and his kappa will be detated.
He wants to sneak past him, and then the Darrow is like, "Oh, he must have missed me. I'm fine." And then his head rolls to the ground.
That's exactly what happens, and the head rolls to the ground and rolls kind of backwards towards the second Darrow, as they were kind of standing in this hallway that you opened the door to.
Okay.
And the second Darrow looks horrified and appalled by what is rolling by his feet,
Okay.
and screams in retort.
Okay. And as a bonus action, I would like to dash backwards and back into the room.
Yeah, that you can do that.
Behind Aang.
Way behind Aang. everyone.
Correct. Hey, listen, I don't have that many hit points. I'm just a rogue.
Gris
Using me like
dashes
a shield.
back 20 feet after behind Aang after making his death strike, his one-hit death strike.
He actually throws his hands in the air and screams in a very
I said,
high-pitched squeal.
This statue looks just like me.
I'm taking
Please tell me this
statue.
Please tell me the statue comes alive and just punches him on top of the head, just hammer fists directly on top of his head.
No, this is not one of those types of statues, unfortunately.
Not right now.
Hugh, you're, I guess, technically up for the round, so if you wanted to use this next 6 seconds to make your way back to where you think your party may or may not be, that's up to you. If you want to sit in the corner.
Can I hear the commotion through the wall? This wall looks pretty thin, and I noticed the shape of it. The dead end of the hallway is aligned perfectly with where these Darrows are streaming in. Can I hear the commotion going on?
You hear a scream, actually. You hear the scream of the second Darrow as the first Darrow's head rolls past it. But you can't really tell how far away that, how thick the wall is, really.
You can hear it, but you can't really. You see in front of you a very solid looking stone wall.
I'm gonna take out my blunderbuss and I'm gonna just shoot at the wall. I think it's just like sheetrock.
All right.
I'm gonna try and shoot through the wall.
Make an attack roll.
8 plus 2, 12. Well, I guess what would this be? Would this be dexterity? Would this be luck?
No, this is just an attack roll.
Oh. Fuck, what do I have? What do I have for attack rolls? Yeah, I thought.
I don't know, man. I gave you your stats for the blunderbuss.
Fuck.
I'm currently looking it up as well. What would your? I think it's the same as your crossbow because it's a martial ranged weapon, and you are proficient with firearms, so get your proficiency as well.
Where's that on the start page or character sheet 1?
That'd be character sheet 1 under probably your ranged attack.
Okay. Boom. Plus 6.
So you gave it a 14 total for that roll.
Yep. Magic of editing. 14.
Yeah. So with a 14, you clearly hit the wall. You unlike some can hit the broadside of a barn. And
That's a relief.
The shot leaves the blunderbuss, and you can see where the shot pattern, the spread of the shot, is actually pretty tight for a blunderbuss. It's very nice, but you don't penetrate through the wall.
Okay. I feel like I'm missing something about this hallway. Can I investigate the wall?
Yeah, at disadvantage because you're still under the effect of the spores.
Oh yeah, I'm tripping balls. That's
Yeah.
right.
I think that's the real reason why you think this wall is so peculiar. To be honest with you, out of meta, there is nothing special about this hallway.
Why does it exist then? It makes no architectural sense. Why would they do this?
Maybe at one point it used to, but now there is a solid wall there.
It's a cross section with another hallway. Why would they put a wall here? Why don't they just not have the wall and have 2 useful hallways?
You'll have to find someone to ask.
All right, so I'm gonna trip balls and just look at the shot pattern on the wall for a while and realize that the shot pattern's moving.
The fern whispers to you and says, "Follow the shot."
I'll do as you say, Gully.
And with that, the second Darrow lunges forward and makes a sweeping short sword attack. These Darrow have hammers, actually. Sorry, I was looking at different ones in my imagery. No, the Darrows attacking you right now, Aang, have this Darrow has two hammers in his hands, and he's going to start swinging them at you violently.
Oh shit! Bring it.
And just takes it in the face.
What's your AC, Aang?
13.
So this Darrow very much underestimated the sheer size of a Dragonborn. Remember, Darrow are about as tall as Hugh. They aren't very tall at all. And as the Darrow reaches out to swing and hit you with one of these hammers, it fails to realize its depth perception is off, and misses you completely with a swing.
Huh.
I'm gonna hit you with that!
Pat, you forgot to do the when he shot the.
Oh
the
shit!
blunderbuss.
Sorry, I missed it.
Anyways, fast forwarding again. Now, Aang, you're up.
All right. So now this tiny little guy is standing in front of me, like after just trying to hit at me with his little hammers. So I take my battle axe and I just take a big like baseball swing right aimed at his torso.
Yeah, make an attack. Roll.
12
I have a good feeling about this.
plus 5,
Yep,
so
that's a
17.
hit.
Let's go. All right, so the damage for it is 1d8 plus 3. 8 plus 3, so 11.
You
cripple this Darrow as you connect, hitting it, and you start to see a little bit of blood trickle out of the Darrow's mouth. It's like a black, oily-looking substance, but it's what you would guess is probably blood, as it kind of spits at you and recoils slightly. Anything else with the bonus actions or whatever?
I'm just gonna take a couple steps back from him, give myself a little bit of separation between them.
I mean,
not a whole lot.
At this point, that would give him an opportunity attack.
Okay, yeah. Never mind then.
All right, and with that, Gris, you're back up.
All right. Okay, I will run up again, and I will displace Aang.
You're such a little bitch.
You guys can stand in the same spot.
Okay, we can or we can't.
You can.
We can.
Okay, I will stand.
You're
in the
just
same
a
spot.
little bitch.
I'm not.
That's
Listen,
all.
I'm crafty. Don't be mad at me. All right. That's
Aiden,
a 20
you're being
to
very
hit.
aggressive tonight.
The 20 to hit.
Yeah,
so
that definitely hits.
that's a D8. 2 plus
Well, you tried.
6 plus 2, so that's 4. It's 10 damage.
Where are you getting 4?
Where am I getting 4? What do you mean?
Yeah, you had
So
two
two-
d6s.
Yep, that was 6 plus 2 for the D8, and then I get plus 2 damage. So when I attack with
Oh,
my
because
rapier,
you have the sneak attack, right?
yes, because it's sneak attack exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
Sneak attack's
I was like,
broken. I love it.
where are these numbers coming from?
Yeah, that was a lot there.
10 damage.
Yeah. Tell me how your signature move goes.
Okay,
Oh, this is such horse shit.
I'm gonna run. As I'm running, I'm gonna slide through Aang's legs, like on my back, and just like plunge my sword up into his crotch as I come under the drow. So I backslide, like both arms, like just jam my rapier up into his crotch.
So you open his entrails directly onto your face.
Well,
is what
I
I'm
like
hearing.
keep sliding. I'm a little slick from the mud.
Are these things like?
I'm a little
Are these
slick.
things like 3? Are they like 3 feet
Yeah,
tall?
they're
How are
3
you
feet
sliding?
tall.
Yeah, how are you sliding under their legs?
that is like, that makes no sense.
I'm a little slick from the mud. I'm like kind of lubed up from the mud I fell in, and I just like
my God.
slide right through them.
You're just gonna bowling ball
But
this
the
dude over.
the fact of the matter is, they're 3 feet tall from head to
I'm gonna
toe.
skewer the drow
That
on
puts
my
their
rapier.
waist at like a foot and a
I'm
half.
gonna skewer the drow on my rapier. I'm gonna throw it back over my head toward Aang, and I'm just gonna slide down the hallway, come to a muddy stop, and say, "That's a bingo."
Is that a catchphrase? Are you? Stop trying to make bingo work, Riz.
Hugh, you cannot speak on this subject. You are not in the room.
Speaking of, smash cut to me, and I just have my face just pressed really hard against the wall in the shot pattern. And I'm like, I'm trying to follow the shot, Gully, but we ain't going nowhere. And I'm just smushing my face up against the wall.
I think
Smash
you
cut.
should go towards the one. You silly rabbit. And as the fern says rabbit to you, you look slightly up, and you notice that there are 2 big floppy ears looming off the top of your head now.
Oh my god, man. I'm starting to freak out.
Tricks like these are for children. And going back to the action at hand, I'm not sure any of you know how things work in real space, but with a Darrow being 3 feet tall and you being a normal-sized person with horns, I don't know, number one, how you would slide under Aang. And number
Aang's
two,
really tall. Aang's tall.
in the
Yeah.
process of sliding with your somehow lubricated muddy self
Yes. Yes.
on I guess we're gonna call it marble, because that's really the only way that would work.
Yeah.
Also, I just want to point out that Grizz is silent lube, if that exists.
I fell in the mud. I'm just playing with what I have. I fell in the mud.
Wouldn't the mud be dry by now?
No, we just
No, you guys have only been in here for about like maybe 5 or 10 minutes.
Yeah. I'm still all wet. I'm all slippery wet.
It's dry. It's dry enough not to make any noise, but it's still wet enough to lube his passage.
Yeah. So
He's found peak lube.
getting back to the other reasons why this would not work in real space, the rapier that you're stabbing this guy with would definitely be longer than by the time that your rest of your body would get through to it.
That's what I was trying to say, man.
So
Yeah, it's not like a giant.
but ultimately, I would have to say, because you came up with a catchphrase, it happens exactly like that.
That's a bingo. And I just get up and like dust myself off, wipe my sword on my cloak, put it back in its sheath. And I say, all right, we ready to go?
Not until after you apologize for saying that.
Like, guys, I mean, we're gonna be a crew here doing crazy stuff. I think we should like play it up a little bit. You know, maybe make some merch and try to really capitalize on what we got going on here. We got to wear these goddamn armbands. I might as well get a sweet T-shirt out of the deal.
That doesn't justify what you said.
Smash cut to Hugh licking the wall. Hugh, are you going to do anything else? Are you going to try to find your way back, or are you going to just keep staring at this wall?
The only way forward is through, Gully.
Oh no!
The only way forward is through.
Are you going to try
A
to shoot
wise
the wall
man
again?
once told me that. I do have some explosives.
You do have a very particular explosive.
Do I want to use that though?
Actually, I can't
Probably
speak for
not.
Aang, but this is right about where you landed.
That's yeah.
Are you going to use an explosive on the wall?
Can I? I'm gonna use. Can I just use mold earth and just knock it over?
Unfortunately, no.
All right. What about sacred flame? Can I blast it open?
Yeah, actually.
Jesus Christ.
Fuck yeah! I'm like, all right, Gully, cover your ears. This is gonna get loud. And I wiggle my fingers, and I wiggle my fingers, and I wiggle my toes, and then I go, watch out, wall. Here it goes.
That makes me very.
Hey, if you get bingo, he can get whatever this silly rhyme is.
Sacred flame. Hitcha!
So, as everything turns red, the wall in front of you bursts forward as
Yes.
Gris, make an acrobatics saving,
jeez.
or make a saving throw.
Let's go.
Oh no! What,
Let's go.
What kind of saving throw? What kind of saving throw?
A dex
A
saving throw.
dex saving throw. It's a 6.
You are rocketed down the steps,
Oh god damn it!
adjacent to it.
Down the steps. Ooh, there's steps adjacent to us. Just falls down the staircase.
You don't completely roll down the entire staircase, but you make it about like 2/3 of the way.
No, so I'm like here.
Yeah, you're like, I guess because it's on blocks, you can't necessarily move it 100% in between there, but you're like where the down lettering on the map is.
Okay. Ow!
Oh, did he take damage?
Roll,
The hell,
roll
you.
roll a d6 for me.
The hell, you. 2.
I heard you were in trouble. I came to
I'm just
save
standing
ya.
down at the entrance to this hallway, and I'm just like, the fuck was that?
Gully told me that you all needed help, and I hold up Gully, and I'm like, Gully, meet the guys. Guys, this is Gully.
You just see a
Pleasure
fern.
to meet you, Gully.
You just see a fern. Hugh, how are you presenting? Like exactly? Like, are you shaking the fern, or are you just holding it?
I'm
how
holding
excited
the
are you?
fern- Like, I have. Well, I mean, I'm definitely still jittery, and I would like another good hit off of Gully if she wants to spray some more magic stuff. I take another hit off Gully, but I'm holding the little like flower pots thing I made out of my mold earth. That's what I'm holding.
Okay.
And I'm just like, I'm just like vigorously. I'm very excited to show off Gully to Aang and Grizz.
Gully
Meet
whispers
Gully.
back to you, just give me a shake.
And as that happens, Aang, you're directly in front of Hugh, right?
Yeah, I'm like right next.
Yeah,
right,
roll a
pretty much
D100
next to
for
him.
me. We're going all out tonight, boys. Gris, as you see this happening, you see the fern kind of give off this golden glow as you notice like a dust cloud encapsulate that hallway. Are you gonna go towards it, or are you gonna stay where you're at?
I'm gonna stay. I'm like, so there's a dust cloud near Hugh.
It's filling up the hallway. It's not quite making its way down the steps.
Yeah, I'm
but
gonna move away from. I'm gonna move further down the steps. Like, I don't want to be anywhere near that stuff.
This sounds familiar.
All right, so my D100 is a 57.
that's a great number. Oh wow, this is crazy. With a 57, Aang, you feel a tingle on your throat, and as you start to look around, everything turns to a very weird shade of light blue. There's like a light blue tint with everything you're looking at now, and you feel onto the sides of your neck, and you feel slits where there was just skin before. And with a 57, you have water breathing for a day.
Jeez.
Ooh,
Does that mean
that's
you
pretty
can't breathe
cool.
air?
No,
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Still
Like,
breathe there.
is
he has
he just
to,
gonna start
like,
choking?
You also have
gotta walk around like SpongeBob.
To the swamp.
Yeah.
you actually as you realize that you now have a set of gills, you briefly choke, trying to test them out because there isn't any water, and you quickly learn the muscle memory of not activating your gills.
Please let me save Aang by spitting on his gills to keep him alive.
I'm good. I figured out what I did wrong. I'm good. I can breathe again. Don't worry.
Considering I'm holding Gully up and just shaking it vigorously over my head, do I get another effect?
Yes. Roll a d100.
Fuck yeah. 7.
That's not necessarily bad.
This is funny.
You look at Gully, Hugh, and as you start looking at Gully seems to reach out a stem of its leaves and says to you, "Eat me."
Holy shit! I'm gonna. Are you sure, Gully? This doesn't seem like our Disney ending. It's
Just
more-
a
more
little
Ripley.
bit. Just put me in your mouth.
All right, I've had weirder things asked of me, and I'll take a branch and I'll just start sucking on the branch.
As you eat this part of this fern, you gain 2 temporary health points.
Fuck yeah! Do.
The red
why.
shades in your eyes begin to fade, though, and you have lost the first effect of resistance to fire damage.
I'm still tripping though, right?
Oh yeah,
That's
yeah.
what really matters.
All
Obviously.
Yeah. Okay.
Now you kind
we
of just you see colors a little bit brighter, like the tint has been turned up a little bit, and it's almost like you can feel the fern vibrating as it talks to you, like the vibrations of the fern voice. To everybody else, especially you, Gris, you just kind of see Hugh, pupils completely dilated, just smiling and having a
I've seen this
giddy
1,000
moment with this
My
fern.
my pupils are the size of saucers.
Yeah.
Moving on.
Are you going to go down the stairs? Or are you going
Yeah, I'm gonna continue down the stairs.
All right, because there was also still that one door in the other
There
room.
are 2 doors.
Well, there's 2 doors, right?
Yeah, you went.
Look.
You guys went down this first one where the Darrow were at the far end of that room, but
But,
directly
I mean, like,
across
it
the hallway there was another door there.
Is there a door?
And there's also a
down-
door in front of you in this other the hallway
Let-
where the Darrow were standing.
Guys, let's each take a door and let's each open it at the same time.
Yeah, that
it'll
definitely
be like
that can't go wrong. I like that.
it'll be like we're twinsies, but it's
I feel like
triplets.
splitting up is not really a good idea at this point, Hugh.
Especially in a place like this.
And go back, go do that. Come on, do it.
How about
Huh?
I'll just like look at Aang and be like, we could pretend to. We'll just follow you.
All right, if you guys aren't gonna play ball, Gully will. Gully, on the count of 3, I want you to open this door, and I put Gully down right in front of this door, and then I run back into this room.
Oh my god.
You guys
So-
ready?
As a side note, Gris, the golden mist has dissipated, and you would not be getting any of the
All right.
effects of the
I'll
spore.
I'll follow Hugh, I guess, into the large room.
No, don't follow me. You open that door. Gully's gonna get the other one.
There's only 2 doors that you guys can open. The other is a hallway. It's like stairs.
Yeah.
You told me there was one down this way.
Yeah, that's where you put Gully.
But then there's the
Yeah.
stairs that Gris just
So there's
was
a door
down.
where I'm at. There's one door here.
yeah,
There's one door here.
that's not a
And there's
door.
one
That's
door
just
here.
that's just a staircase.
What do you mean? It's just a stair? Okay, but
It's
like
stairs
there's
going to the
continuing
next
on.
level, subfloor.
Yeah. All right, we're good. We're good.
Yeah.
All right, 1, 2, 3, and I'm gonna fireman kick open this door, and it's off camera, but somehow the door by Gully just opens up. You can't. And the Gully's just
Unfortunately,
there.
that door does not open. But as you open your door, you notice there is a chest right in front of you.
Fuck yeah, it's mine. Get away. This is mine. I'm gonna open it.
Are you going to try to just lift it open? Or are you going to check the lock and see if it? Because you do notice that there's like a large keyhole lock on the front of the chest.
I'm gonna have use Scarl as like an oven mitt and open the chest with Scarl.
What?
So I'm not.
Where are you putting your hand?
Like just on his back, more like a rag. You know how like you have a rag in the kitchen and you're like, oh, this pan's really hot. I can't touch
Is
this
Scarl
pan.
like just covered in loose skin?
I mean, yeah, he's an iguana.
That's not how any of this works.
No.
What are you doing?
I just gotta smear Scarl across the chest then. And I try and use the friction of me smearing Scarl across the chest to open the chest.
Someone needs to take that thing away from him.
Scarl just looks really kind of angry at you. Nothing happens. Scarl just looks at you angrily.
All right, I had to make sure I wasn't in a poison chest.
Wow. That got dark real quick.
Oh boy, I got no words.
All right, can I kick this chest open?
Sure.
Kick it open?
I'm pressing B. Let me just. I'm pressing B. Open the chest.
Yeah. As you kick the chest, your foot connects. You don't have any shoes on, right? You're just barefoot. Because you
I
ditched
believe
your
that's
goblin
true.
feet.
Yep, that's true.
So with your very hairy toes, your foot connects with the entire bottom of your foot onto this chest, and it sticks.
I knew it. I knew it.
This is like
Gully.
a roach
Gully.
motel for annoying player characters.
Gully. Gully.
We just moved down the hall. We open up the other door. Gully is.
You're just leaving him?
We leave
Yeah.
you.
Yeah, I'm going over to this other door and just kind of putting the fern. I don't know it by any name or anything. I just put it kind of like off to the side and
I'm
go to open
wailing.
up the door.
I'm wailing Gully down the hallway.
So the fern is still sitting there, not moving. And
God.
Aang, actually, as you pass by the fern, you see kind of a twinkle, and you hear what would sound like the wind through the woods, but you don't understand what that could possibly mean. And
Ooh, that was a pretty noise. Pretty
And-
random for being in a basement somewhere, but that was pretty.
before you guys enter the room, Hugh, are you going to try to remove your foot? Are you trying to pull it off?
As it cuts back to me, in my thrashings, I've somehow layered my entire body against the chest. Like the arch of my back is arching over the curve of the top of the chest, and both my arms and legs are just firmly attached on either side of the chest. I'm kind of
Wait,
doing
you've
like,
now like put your arms and everything on the chest?
yeah, I'm kind of like doing
As
a
you
crab.
as you
crab
do
walk.
that, you are like it's like you're touching like just a big ball of super glue. You are now just on this chest.
Yeah. Yep.
Make a dex save at disadvantage.
15. This one I gotta roll twice.
Yeah.
All right, 12 plus 16.
Okay, so with a 16, you manage to pull off your arms, but your entire I'm assuming you kind of straddled this chest when you like grabbed onto it like that, right? So
Well, like I'm arched over backwards over the top of the
Okay.
chest. Like,
I see
like
what you're
I'm doing a crab walk.
So you're able to pull like your upper body off of it, but your lower back and foot is still attached to it. And as you move your body off of it, this chest opens up and a large tongue
Oh no!
Oh no!
grapples onto you, and you are being grappled by a mimic.
Oh no!
Guys!
Oh
Actually, what
man.
that is, it seems bad. Can I run up and close the door that he opened?
You son of a bitch!
Wait, so he's being grappled by a mimic?
Yes.
Okay, can I run up and take a sneak attack on him?
You and those damn sneak
I'm
attacks,
a
man.
rogue. That's what rogues do.
Yeah, you know, sneak attacks when you burst into an open door.
Listen. If
One point of entry.
if Hugh didn't fuck up every plan we had to be like cunning and sneaky, I'd be able to do sneaky stuff that a rogue does. But
Oh, you'd be able to sneak. You'd be able to sneak up on a chest.
I mean, I wouldn't have opened it, but sure. All right, I'm taking an attack. I'm going to take an attack. I'm going to take out my rapier and I'm going to try to hit this. I don't even know what it looks like, but I'm going to take a swing at it.
Looks like
It's basically a chest with its mouth.
looks like the
its mouth is the
Cheshire
open
Cat meets Gengar.
Yep. All right, I'm going to take a swing at it. Can I swing?
Yeah, I'm just figuring out this mimic's initiative.
Okay. All right. Oh, sure. Do we have to roll initiative?
No, you guys are going to keep your same initiative numbers as you had, just to
Okay.
make it easy.
Oh,
But Hugh is grappled, correct?
Hugh is definitely being grappled by this giant pink tongue, and Jerry, Hugh is still kind of tripping out a little bit. So you are horrified. You are like
Yeah, I'm like,
you are
this is
struck
just
with
like
a
what happened.
fear that you have never sensed before.
This is just like what happened with Boba Fett in the Sarlacc pit. This isn't good, guys.
so what exactly is a mimic?
I was just going to ask, is it like bad form to look these things up, or are we supposed to just fight them?
So here's what I will answer to that. A mimic is a classic creature type from many different versions of Dungeons and Dragons. Traditionally, they take the form of chests, but they are shape changers, and they can take the shape of almost like any inanimate object, and they can kind of morph into whatever shape that is. This one happened to be a chest because it's waiting for some sad adventurer to come across it.
That sounds like the perfect trap for Hugh, FYI. Because Hugh is the only one out of this party who would just go balls out at any chest. Guys
I'ma
up,
kick
claim it for
this.
his own. It's mine. Kicks it. Rubs Scarl on it, then kicks it. That's very Hugh. Are you saying we have to rescue our inebriated friend from the bouncer at the bar? Is that what this is right now?
Pretty much.
Due to a strange, unscripted, unplanned, this is one of those pure D&D moments where the actions that you guys have taken have led to this and culminated to this
Unique scenario.
this fine high point of the campaign.
All right. Can I take a swing at him?
Yeah, you can definitely take a swing at him.
17.
Yeah, it's a fucking chest. Yeah, you hit it.
All right.
It doesn't have a. It does not. It does not have a high AC. Is what I'm saying.
So 12.
What the shit, man?
I rolled a 5 for my D8 plus 2 is 7.
I'm not doubting the math. I'm just like amazed. I have to start making these challenges harder for you guys. No,
I will sneak attack less. I promise.
Bring it.
No, don't.
Bring
Do
it.
not do that whatsoever. I'm being extremely facetious. Yeah. So
You won't do it.
So, Hugh, make a dex saving throw at disadvantage again. And Gris, are you going to do anything for your bonus first?
Yes, I'll disengage
Okay.
and move back.
11 plus 4, 15.
You are able. Was that at disadvantage? Oh, yeah, 11. Okay. So yeah, you're able to wrench yourself free of of this slimy, sticky substance on this tongue of this mimic, and you're standing like right in front of it now. There's
The way I did this is I reenacted that scene from 40-Year-Old Virgin where I just like ripped all the hair off my body and like all the fur that was all over my back and the back of my arms and the back of my legs and my back has just peeled off and is on the chest. So my backside is completely waxed now, but my front side is still very hairy.
Oh my gosh.
Oh.
Yes. So
it burns, guys. It burns.
So that takes up pretty much your entire turn because you were
In excruciating agony.
yeah, we'll do that. After that, I have to just go with this mimic. It's going to make an attack at you, and it's going to make a melee attack with its tongue. It's going to slap you with this super slimy tongue that was just holding onto you. And let me roll a d20. I have not been able to roll nearly as much as you guys. I just want you to know. And that's okay.
I dodge it.
You luckily, with the inebriated effects that you are under, you have this very strange drunken master style about you, and I don't know if it's the drugs or if it's just your old age kicking in, but you somehow kind of sense where this tongue is going before it gets there, and you're able to dodge out of the way of the mimic. Maybe the mimic is picking up some of the spores and starting to trip out as well. And that's
I mean, skin to skin contact. I might have.
Yeah, there may
Can
have been a contact.
Can I roll to just like grab the tongue in thin air like Neo, just like whoosh, as it like streaks by?
I'm gonna say no, only because there is a reaction for that monks get.
No.
I will say that you grab at it and the tongue slips out of your hand, and now you have like this super slimy gunk all over your hands, and I don't know if you're going to want to touch your blunderbuss before changing, like at least wiping it onto your chainmail or something, trying to get your hand cleaned off a little bit. That's gunk that won't go away. I'll put it that way. So the mimic kind of stays where it's at, licking its lips, and Aang, you're up.
Would you say that Hugh is within 5 feet of Remulus?
Yeah, so the mimic is there. Yeah, thank you, Hugh. You're roughly right here, Hugh, because as you jumped off of the mimic, you're now like, you gave yourself a little bit of space. After this mimic had like a 5-foot reach with its tongue trying to grab you. So yeah, to answer your question, Aang, Remulus is like right behind Hugh.
Okay. So I'm actually gonna have Remulus attack in place of me attacking, and he has pack tactics whenever anybody in my squad is within 5 feet. So he's gonna try to just dive straight in and take a big chomp out of this mimic.
All right.
So 14 or 4. So 14 plus 6, 20.
That totally hits.
Nice.
Roll some damage.
All right.
And how exactly? So, do you as Remulus is approaching the mimic? It's kind of like latches onto the tongue or something like that, or do you want it to go after a particular leg? This thing does have a couple legs that pop off to the side now that you see it.
So I was actually thinking that it could like bite onto like the top part of its like its open mouth kind of thing, like basically just like rip off at like the top of the like jaw of the mouth kind of thing, and then just like peel it back basically.
Sure, yeah. So Remulus makes a bite attack and kind of rips the mouth out, the jaws of this mimic open even further. And as Remulus lets go after the bite, ripping through some of the wood, you see some splinters pop off of the mimic. It kind of snaps itself shut a little bit. If a mimic could angrily glare at you, it would.
Well, I did 7 plus 4, so 11 damage to it.
Nice.
Oh, look at you with the big damages. Is there anything else you would like to do with a bonus action or anything like that?
What bonus actions do I have? No. Yeah, no. We're good.
All right. With that, Gris, you're up.
All right, so is that who's in front of him? Is that still Hugh?
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna run up and I'll take another swing at the box monster.
Yes.
13.
13 hits.
Okay. Oh, that's a 1.
It does happen. You get 2d6 still.
That's your second
So
one.
10. So 11, 13.
I feel so bad for you.
Oh no. 13. I swipe at it with my rapier.
All right, and as you swipe at it with the rapier, you make contact sort of in the same area that Remulus had bit onto the top of it. And is it more of a stabby stab or a slashy slash?
I think I want to slash at it. I want to like just slash it at its mouth area.
Okay, yeah, it does that, and you do that, and you come across the top of it, leaving a nice cleave on the top of this mimic, and it sort of chomps back at you, chomping at the air as you recoil backwards after the hit.
Okay, and I will disengage and move back.
All right, Hugh, what would you like to do with your slimy hand?
My slimy hand.
Take my strong hand.
Can I cast Mending and seal its mouth shut?
Can you read Mending for me real quick?
While we're doing that, I'm taking a closer look at the statue, and I'm pretty sure we look exactly the same.
Yeah, still not seeing it, man.
Pretty sure we look exactly.
Even from a distance right now, it doesn't really.
So
They're not even the same species.
take an object that is no larger than a 5-foot cube, such as a broken chain link, halves of a broken key, a torn cloak, or a leaking wineskin. A single break or tear in that object is mended, and any trace of the former damage is erased. An object with multiple breaks can be fixed with multiple applications of mending. The spell can physically repair a magic item or construct, but the spell cannot restore magic to such an object.
Unfortunately, it's a shape changer, so it's not actually an object. I was looking for it if it was going to be something like if it was more than just constructs.
Okay.
Because I would have let it happen if you could target more than just constructs.
All right.
This is more like an Aetherling type situation.
Okay. In that case, I'm going to take off my pan hat, and I'm just going to throw my pan hat at it.
All right, roll a d20 for me.
11.
What's your proficiency?
With pan hats?
No. Like, what's you like a proficiency bonus number? What is it?
It is. Where's proficiency bonus? I'm so bad at this.
It's on your character sheet one.
Yeah. Or Yeah, character sheet 1. It's just to the upper left of your armor class.
Right above, yeah. And you're, yeah.
+2.
All right,
13.
so 13. 13 hits. Roll a d4.
2.
You hit it. You ping it square on the lock, which you would take as its nose, and you do 2 damage to this mimic.
Ka-ding. And I'll tell you what, there's more of that where that came from.
Would you like to do anything else with a bonus action or anything like that?
No, I'm perfectly content.
Okay.
Actually, no. I'll wipe the slime off my hand
All right. Yeah.
on Remulus.
Fuck off, you will. He like growls at you and snaps at you as you try to reach for him.
All right. I'll go and I'll wipe the slime off my hand on the dead Darrow that's still in the corner.
Sure. Sure. That was a good improvised weapon attack, though. I'll give you that. Moving on, the mimic will kind of hop and chase after you a little bit, making a bite attack as you go to wipe the blood off of yourself.
I'm completely oblivious of this.
Yeah, you think it's smiling and kind of waving at you with its tongue, but it's actually lunging at you to bite you.
And it rolled a 1.
And somehow the slime dripped off of your hand and the mimic slips and is on its side, I guess?
What?
It's knocked prone, however a mimic would be knocked prone, so it's on its side. That's all I can think of. I mean, I don't... Or it's like on its on the back of it, and it's just like the chest opening and closing its jaws.
Like a turtle, kind of.
Yeah, it's kind of like a capsized turtle.
Love it.
And with that, Aang, you're up.
All right, I decide that I want a piece of the action, so I run in and try to take like a downward like wood chopping motion to try to do some damage with my axe.
All right.
Really?
Damn.
Wow, you guys suck at rolling die.
Damn. 6.
Yeah, that doesn't matter.
Yeah.
With a 1 on the attack roll, you go overhead with your axe, and just as you're about to come down with the swing, some saliva from the mimic gets into your eyes as it's frantically flailing its tongue around. Actually, no, it's prone, so you have advantage on melee attacks. Forgive me.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that.
I did too. Now I remembered, so let's roll with it. See what I
All
did
right.
there? See what I did?
Aha. 9, and then bonus is 5, so 14.
All right. With a 14, you definitely hit. Roll some damage.
Cool. All right.
Sorry,
so
I feel like I deflated the situation. I apologize, guys.
D8, so 4 plus 3, 7.
All right. You give a very hearty thwack into the mimic, splitting the jaws even further. This mimic cries out in pain in an unintelligible language of some sort.
Huzzah!
Anything else?
I'll kind of take a jump back and give myself some space again, back to where I had been.
You cannot do that.
Okay, then to like here.
Yeah, you can't like disengage. Gris can do
Okay.
that as part of his like class.
Okay.
As a bonus action, unfortunately, you would have to take like a full action to disengage once you're.
Because I'm a big ball of baby.
So
Okay.
Hugh is kind of like where you were, because he's like on the ground over here
Okay.
wiping himself.
I do that a lot.
Yeah, it happens. Ferns, man, ferns. And with that, Gris, you're back up.
All right, I rush up. I
Gris
roll.
rushes in.
Oh, natural 20.
Ooh. So, roll me a D8.
Yep.
Add 8, and then your 2 D6s for sneak attack.
Okay. So that's 8.
Wow.
Plus 8 is 16.
That's exactly what
Holy
that is.
shit.
Plus 5 is 21. Plus my 2 is 23. 23 damage. Ha!
Yo, nerf Grizz. Nerf Grizz.
Says the guy with a blunderbuss.
It doesn't do shit!
It does 2d6.
What have I done this game?
Talk to a plant and
useful.
gotten really, really
Yeah, like-
inebriated.
Like, useful. Like, yes, I have a lot of potential, but if I never activate that potential, do I really even have it? Ask yourself that. I could be a god, but if I just don't do shit, there's no need to nerf me.
It's a self-induced nerf, I guess. But anyways, Gris, how would you like to do this?
Okay, I'm going to I'm gonna step forward hard and like just plunge my sword right into its gross ass mouth. Like I don't know what that's called. Whatever fencers do. Huzzah! I'm gonna pull it back.
Hey, I said huzzah.
No, I said huzzah.
Your catchphrase is bingo.
No, that's a
Gris.
bingo!
I know it's hard to remember these things. That's
Yeah,
what
so
just
as
happened,
I
but-
jam it down his throat, I say that's a bingo.
You need to apologize for using that language.
And bingo was his name-o. The mimic opens up like a clam, and brown putrid blood sprays out of the mouth. As it kind of smells like a wood finish. It's really weird. But like this brown blood like splays out of the center of this mimic, and as you pull your rapier out of it, you see gold start to spill out of the side of its mouth.
Yeah. Is it like real gold or is it gross mimic gold? Because I don't want mimic gold. It's gonna like be little baby mimics.
You don't want fool's gold?
I get down on all fours and I just start
You're not
scooping
even
it all
near
up.
the door.
I belly flop
Yeah,
on
I'm
top
like
of the
actually
golds.
closer.
Whatever. You guys can have the gold. I
just-
don't care about the money.
I belly flop on top of the
Sure.
golds. And I'm like, it took my back hair, I'll take its guts.
Sure.
Aren't you wearing clothing?
That's debatable.
Oh, okay. All right. Can we just like not touch any chests, Hugh? Please.
How much gold do I get?
I was waiting for it. There was 250 gold pieces in that mimic.
Fuck yeah. Scoop it all up.
Who's holding on to that ruby, by the way?
I do. I have it.
You have it?
Yeah, I snatched it real quick.
Alright.
Hugh is a man of simple taste, but he is a bit covetous.
Oh my gosh.
So it reminds me of somebody.
What?
Oh, I don't know. I have no idea who that might be.
I don't know what you're talking about.
No idea.
And as you guys kind of stand there in awe of Hugh rolling around out of his gourd, he's kind of what he thinks of as just picking up the gold and putting it into his bag of holding. He's really like it's a very primal, almost sickening rolling around in this brown putrid blood and gold, and things are flying around, and he's laughing and crying and putting things into the thing.
I just turn my head and I address Gully in the corner. Don't look at me. Don't look at me.
What the fuck is up with this plant?
You just hear the
plant is what
wind
you-
blowing through the woods.
Is Gully down the end of the hall?
Ah, that
Yeah.
noise is so
I'm gonna
pretty.
walk down- I'm
I
gonna
don't know
walk
what
down
it
towards
is.
You
All
stay
right.
away from her. Don't you
I'm gonna
touch
get
her.
about 10 feet from Gully.
Yeah.
And
Don't you
can
touch
I
her.
cast Burning Hands on Gully?
Don't you touch her.
Wow.
I want to so bad, but I'm not gonna.
You can. I'm not stopping
I know,
you.
but I only get one every long rest. And I want to use it for something that actually is dangerous.
Yeah, it's thinking.
Oh, like the fucking chest that was gonna eat your friend.
I mean, I guess I could have burned you and the chest alive.
And with that, guys, I think we're gonna call it for the night, so you guys can kind of regroup yourselves after the vulgar display of something.
Yeah, there's something wrong
that
with you.
Hugh
We gotta
just-
figure that out. Like, we all have like a ton of gold, and he's jumping on 250 gold. Like, Like it's water and he's in the desert. It's not good.
His pupils are also the size of.
Yeah,
what?
he's like super. Yeah, he's not a professional. He's like super high. He's kicking stuff. He's abusing animals.
Talking to
And
plants.
Yeah. He's having a unnatural
man.
congress.
Debatably wearing pants or
He's having
not.
unnatural congress with plants. It's just weird.
When you look at
I'd
me
argue
from the
this is
front,
one of
it
our
looks
best
like I'm
episodes.
wearing pants.
Yes.
When you look at me from the front, it looks like I'm wearing pants, but then on my back, I'm completely waxed and I'm as bald as a baby. So it just kind of looks like I'm wearing like really long assless chaps.
Oh boy. Thanks for listening to the Natural Ones podcast. You can find us on Twitter at the Nat Ones Cast or on Facebook, facebook.com/the Nat Ones Cast. You can email us, thenatonescast@gmail.com, or find us individually. You can find Aiden at Alakaya A58. You can find Zeki at Zektown, Jerry at JMEE3RD, or myself at Pat Uglo. Thanks for listening, and is that another natural one?